Parenting a child with ADHD, parenting coach Michelle McVittie joins us this morning with tips on how to help them thrive and help you thrive as well, because you were mentioning you deal in your practice, mom the manager, you deal with the parents, not necessarily the children.
Yes, I feel as though parents want some of the behavior to stop, or all of the behavior to stop. So if you talk to my child, just tell them to stop acting this way, and it is normal to just want behavior to stop, but we look at things differently. That's kind of the old school way of just stop the behavior, just ground them, just punish them. Instead, it's peeling back the layers, understanding the ADHD, their lagging skills, and then how do we teach them these skills? And we need lots of patience as parents, right? Yeah.
And we as society need patience too, because we were talking earlier, if you see a child who's obviously got a broken arm, you know that there's something that they're dealing with.
Yes.
But if there's a child with mental illness, you do not know that.
You don't know that, and one, it's none of your business. Just like if you went to the hospital and I ran into you and you're like, hey, what are you here for? I'm not going to tell you why I'm here.
Exactly.
Right? And it's the same thing, because parents don't want to put them on meds and all these things, and it's really no one's business. However, if we keep it a secret, the message that we say, and it's up to you how you share that, is that this is something to be shameful of.
Yes,
right? And I'm not saying my child has ADHD, so let them do whatever they want. But what we're saying is my child has ADHD. They struggle with organization and impulsivity. So how do we support them at school? How do we support them at home? And they need lots of practice, because they are 1 to 2 years behind in their executive functions, like organization, impulsivity, and emotions.
Right. And I can imagine for a lot of parents, it's getting that diagnosis first.
Yeah, and actually, getting the diagnosis is important, but they have to be like in grade 1 usually, because they want to watch if they can sit, what are they, how is their concentration, things like that. So you can get started ahead of time, because even if there isn't a diagnosis, all these strategies are going to help any child. They're going to help a parent, especially if the house is a little bit chaotic, like a lot of like screaming and yelling and maybe like being late for things. Children with ADHD need a lot of structure, a lot of reminders, timers, and visuals, which takes a lot of planning.
And positivity.
And positivity, yes. I think that's really great, because our brain automatically focuses on the negative, and parents will say, well, they should be doing that, or they should be doing this, but instead notice what they are doing. I noticed you let your sister go first. We got ready on time. Great work. And that is what they want to hear, specifics, so they can do it again, because they really want to do well. Right.
And you have a whole booklet, and it's a free booklet on your website.
Yes, I do. Yes, you can download my little guide, and I'm coming out with a new program. So it's about really empowering parents to not feel so defeated, because I do feel bad for parents when they just feel like no matter what I do, nothing is working. And it will work. You have to be consistent, but their brain is under construction until 25, and then on top of that, they've got the ADHD.
Right.
So it can be very frustrating. So I'm in your corner.
I can imagine that those lessons have to be imparted to caregivers too. So
Absolutely,
maybe to grandparents if they're looking after.
So much stigma, because a lot of times, well, you need to punish more. You're being too easy on them. You shouldn't let them do that. They're having a meltdown. Go and, put them in the corner. What does punishment teach? Nothing. Punishment teaches nothing. We need to start with love and support and understanding that children want to do well. Brain is under construction until 25, and we make mistakes. But how do we move forward with your child? And that's where I help parents. Right?
Okay. Yeah. So we'll get all the information. If you're a parent out there and you need help, so much of it is free.
Yes.
And we'll get your links up on our website at chch.com. So nice to have you back in our
I
fancy new studio,
here. It's
right?
so fancy. I love it.